Peace and blessings, my YouTube family, man. I hope everybody is living life how they truly desire, So I genuinely hope all is well with everybody, So the message slash reminder on today is when a man is drawn from his own lust and how he is enticed and tempted, right? So that's basically what it's pretty much going to be about. I just want to remind people it's just like, especially for the men, you know, for whatever reason, I believe and think that we have it the hardest out of the two races, well, out of the two species, right, male and female on Earth. Um, so bro, the saying that I learned to come from the Bible says, when a man is drawn from his own lust, he is tempted and enticed. See, what that means to me um, is that, like, when you decide to draw yourself back from the thing that you could desire, right? Things that you could lust at, whether it's women, uh, certain websites on the internet. It could be money. It could be material things. I learned that lust isn't always predicated on sexuality. Again, it could be one of the things that I just named, but the reality of it is that, when you decide to start doing right in life, you want to get your mind right, you want to get your health in order, you want to get your money right, you want to stop doing the things that you know are not right. And you can do it. But let me hip you to what you need to be mindful and aware of, right? The second that you decide to stop drinking alcohol, you want to stop watching certain websites on the internet. You want to stop smoking. You want to stop gambling. You want to stop fornicating with random women, right? Just having random one night stands, whatever the case may be, or perhaps you're planning it. However, you want to stop doing one of these three things, maybe all of them. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. So it's imperative for you to know what to do when temptation arises, because what temptation can look like for you, an example as it did for me, is like, let's say you want to stop smoking weed or tobacco products, vapes, whatever. You can put your mind to it and you actually do it, and you progress, and the days is going by and you're doing it, you're acknowledging the fact, like, man, I'm doing it, I know I could do it. You can come across somebody who may want to offer you a free pound of weed, a free vape, a free pack of cigarettes. You might find a pack on the ground. Even when it comes to lust, that's an example for that. So when it comes to the lust, it's the same difference, meaning you want to stop watching those websites. You want to control yourself and your sexual desires when it comes to you being around women. See, what's going to happen is, in most cases, excuse me, it's like you might see something on your phone that can cause you to be triggered, make you want to go watch those websites again. You may come across a beautiful young lady that you used to want and truly desire in that way. You might come across her at the store, and she might just be throwing herself on you, letting you know the opportunity is yours, it's in your hands. It's whatever you want to do. That's with the lust. So, yes. So when you facing these situations, man, and you're being tempted, see, I learned that a man's strength, his strength is determined in his moment of weakness. So what that means, in that moment where you're most vulnerable and you're most weak, your strength is going to be determined basically on how strong you choose to be in the moment where you are the weakest. See, I've always tried to redefine that definition. And I found myself redefining it and recreating the meaning of it, because that came to me from within my mind a few years ago. A man's strength is determined in his moment of weakness, So again, your strength will be determined in the moment where you're most weak, you're most vulnerable. How strong are you going to be when you see that beautiful woman and she's throwing herself at you and she want to come to your place, or she want to have you come to her place? How strong are you going to be when somebody offer you a free gallon of alcohol or free pound of marijuana, or how strong are you going to be when you accidentally come across your feed, your social media feed, and you see somebody in a bikini that's very appealing to you? How strong are you going to be? right? Because again, I must remind you, like I said in the beginning of this video, a man's strength is determined at his moment of weakness. Sorry, before that I said, when a man is drawn from his own lust, he is tempted and enticed. So again, that's why I'm breaking this down to let you know the second that you start trying to do right in life is when you're going to be faced with temptation. But remember, just like this, the Bible has taught me, when you resist temptation, the enemy will flee, right? So all that simply means is when you're faced with temptation, go the other way. Matter of fact, if you need to, bro, delete the Instagram, delete the Facebook, delete the Snapchat. Control yourself when it comes to not typing in those websites. Delete your history. You know what I mean? Remove yourself from the nightlife where those type of women are easily accessible. So that way you remove yourself from temptation. Stop stop going to the bars. Remove yourself from all the situations where you know you'll be tempted. You understand? And once you're able to resist the temptation, the enemy will flee. You'll be able to understand, like, overcoming this problem, or finding a solution to this problem was easy. Overcoming this lust was easy. It was easier than I thought. Once you see that you can do it, it's easy. And you're going to feel so empowered. It's like, the feeling that comes with overcoming the old you is inexpressible, right? See, in order to overcome the old you, you need to recreate a new you. And one way that you can recreate a different version of you is by the renewing of your mind, right? Creating a new identity, stepping into the identity, living the identity. Because I want to say as if, but you are the identity that you create. See, one thing I know for sure, man, if you can see it in your head and you can hold it in your hand, that's another video for another time. However, again, I just want to remind everybody that's watching this video, my whole YouTube family, those that support and love the cause, the things that I speak, those who genuinely love me, everybody who subscribe and view. I want to remind you all, this for the women too, though. I was mainly speaking to the men in this situation, but there's, I forget that women also face temptation. They deal with lust in the same ways that men deal with it. I think that women are just a little more secluded. They're a little more private with it, So again, y'all, when a man is drawn from his own lust, he is tempted and enticed. Your strength is going to be determined in your moment of weakness. But it's conquerable. You can do it. Put your mind to it. Stay focused on what you want. Get you a journal, right? I got two. This one say goals on it. This one say God, goals, growing and glowing. I know it's backwards due to how I got the camera lined up. But man, however you want to be, listen, you can do, be, and have whatever good that you desire in this life. Visualize it, believe in it, write it down. That's the first form. If you don't speak it out loud, go write it down so you can visually see it, because writing causes thinking. Thinking causes, your imagination, your visualization to expand. As a man thinks, so shall he be. So what you think the most is going to come to pass. What you think the most, you will become. So just be very mindful of your thinking. It's just so much to say. That's why I keep saying That's why I keep saying I said like 6 times in this video, but yes, man, I just want everybody to know you can do, be, and have whatever good you desire. I want you all to put your mind to it. Know that you can do it. Anything that you believe you can achieve, even in your wildest dreams, like Bob Proctor said, if you can hold it in your head, if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Whatsoever the mind can conceive, it can achieve, especially when you believe. Hey, my time is almost up. I hope everybody is truly living a life that they desire. Remember, as a man think, so shall he be. So just like I think greatness of me, I want you to think greatness of you, and send this video to whoever may benefit, who may need to hear this information. There's more videos coming soon. Y'all stay tuned. Like, subscribe, and send us to the people that need it. Appreciate to love my YouTube family. I look forward to seeing from y'all a lot soon.